I'm sorry. All I can really say is that I'm so very sorry that you've all come to see Jamie and you get me instead. I am. I'm so very sorry that you came to see Jamie and you get me instead. Look at this sweet lady. Look at Penny. Please don't forget to hit that beep on your way to the chat. Penny, if you knew it were going to be me and not Jamie, would you still have said that? Penny, don't you tell no fibs because I'll pick it up in a heartbeat. If you've come to see Jamie, I'm so very sorry, but Jamie is traveling, so it's Lester. You're stuck with me. You don't have to stay. It's not going to hurt my feelings, I promise. Well, it will hurt my feelings. It will hurt my feelings because you know what I'm going to do. This is how bad I am. This is how bad I am. I will leave this live when we're done here in a bit. And I will end up going back and looking at Jamie's live from last Tuesday, and I'm going to compare numbers. I'm going to see what the numbers look like. And then I'll go to the week before that, and I'll compare numbers. And if my numbers are lower, I'm horrible, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm a really horrible man. I'm such a horrible, horrible man. But hi to hello anyway. I'm so horrible, but I will go look at all of the numbers and try to figure out how my Timeout Tuesday compares to Jamie's. And if my numbers are lower, oh my God, there's going to be hell to pay, friends. There's going to be hell to pray, hell to pray, hell to pray, y'all, hell to pray, hell to pay. Thank you, everybody. You're being very kind to me as of now. As of right now, you're being very kind to me. Let's see what happens as the night rolls on, though, shall we? First things first, as is with tradition, Jamie's Timeout Tuesdays are never complete without making up a drink. So what I will do is go ahead and make my favorite cocktail, and not to worry, I'm not driving anywhere. I will be pouring me a little bit of Jim Beam vanilla, and I'll fill this a shot, maybe two. I'm having a big glass, so maybe three. There we go. That's probably enough. And then I'll also be mixing it with my favorite soft drink, Dr. Pepper. And I can't wait to see what you all are drinking. So everyone share with me right now. Go ahead and tell me what you guys are having for your drink tonight. And if you don't drink, that's okay too. I don't care, y'all. I do not care. Many people, I'm going to go ahead and hide that comment. Thank you so much, Penny. I really do appreciate that. And I hope it was for me, not just for Jamie. So I am coming to you tonight. Okay, here we go. Let me read some of these. So coffee, nothing wrong with that. Water, Malibu. I love some Malibu. Raspberry ice, water, lots of water bottles. And I don't blame you guys. If you're in the part of the country that I keep seeing on the news is going through just this extreme heat wave, I don't blame you one bit. Enjoy your cold water. There's nothing better, I don't think, than a cold ice water, more than a bottled water, but ice water on a hot day. So absolutely. Okay, there's a woman who's drinking beer. Oh my gosh. Where have you been all my life? You know, you don't see many women drinking beer. But Jamie knows this about me, so it's not going to hurt her feelings at all. But I used to tell her that even though I can't really stand the taste of beer, this is true, y'all. You want all my dirty secrets? Here you go. Even though I don't really like the taste of beer because it's very bitter to me, when I was a younger man, when I was a much, much younger man, and I would go out, it was a major turn on to smell beer on the breath of someone I might be dancing with, maybe. I don't know why. Isn't that bizarre? I don't like the taste of beer because to me it's a very bitter taste. I drink beer. Don't worry, I drink plenty of beers. Mostly when I'm in a social setting. I would never drink beer as a recreational thing, just on my own, because I don't like the taste of it. Now, I love the taste of this. So cheers to you all. Happy Timeout Tuesday. And Chris is having a big glass of chocolate milk. You remind me of my son. Oh, no. Guys, it just said energy saver mode is about to kick on. I may lose you. I hope not, but I might. Now, I could go grab me a charger. Can y'all give me like 30 seconds? I don't want to lose you. Just give me 30 seconds and I will run grab me an extension cord and a charger, and I'll be right back. Don't y'all leave because it's me. I'm looking at the numbers right now. I know exactly how many numbers I have over here. I'm going to give y'all something to look at while I'm gone. All right, I'm almost back. I'm almost back with you. Almost back. I'm back. Okay, first things first. Oh, the numbers grew. The numbers grew. Thank you. You helped. Look. So it's not me you come for, it's him. Anyway, tonight we will be joined by a very special guest. I just don't know exactly how long until my guest can be here to join us. But at some point tonight, I will, and we will be joined by a special guest. Does anyone think they might know who my special guest is going to be? I will give you some hints. My guest is a part of the family. My guest is a very good-looking member of the family. Okay, everyone who's saying Jake, guys, you didn't hear what I said. A good-looking member of the family. A good-looking member of the family. Jami is not here. Jami is traveling. Jami is traveling. I promise you she will not be the special guest. As a matter of fact, Jami's probably in flight right now. She may be watching because Jami pays for the Wi-Fi. Jami always pays to have the plane's Wi-Fi, so she might actually be watching, but she's not the special guest. I see a lot of really neat suggestions, but as of now, nobody has said who they think my special guest. No one has got it correct. There's a lot of people saying maybe Stephanie or Buddy, and I understand why you would say that. I get it. I get it because Buddy's a good-looking guy. Buddy is a good-looking guy, but even Buddy might not be as good-looking as this guest. Oh, for the person who said Dusty. Dusty, yes, Dusty is a very good-looking man. Dusty, guys, listen. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to say it. I am so secure in my masculinity that I don't mind telling a guy when he looks good. Well, I will tell you he looks good. I will not tell the guy he looks good. You know what? Maybe tonight I will. Maybe tonight I will do that. Okay, fine. It's a guy. It's a guy. Let's go ahead and narrow it down and take all the good-looking ladies from Marl Hill off the table. It's a guy. Y'all are some of y'all are funny mean. You are being funny mean. I'm not even going to look at the comments right now. I will not even look at the comments right now. And my guest will not be here for a long, long time because they have a lot of stuff going on, but they will be here in person. Ooh, my guest will be here in person. Okay, so It's not going to be one of my sons. Could you tell my special guest to hurry up and get here? So I just now told my special guest wife to hurry and come on over here and join me. Look, that's, baby, you're not my special guest, sweetie. You're not my special guest, but you are a special. You're so special, but not my special guest. So no one's going to be able to guess my special guest. So listen, it was a member of the family. It's a member of the Morrow Hill family. So that was one hint. I also said my special guest is a very good-looking man. So you got to take those two things. I said I have a special guest. Hold on, don't appear yet. Just give me a second here. I'm building you up. So I said my special guest is a member of the Morrow Hill family. And I also said my special guest is a good-looking man. And I will remind you all in front of my guest that I am secure enough in my masculinity. I like women, okay? I love women. But I can also tell you when a guy's a good-looking guy. You ready, guest? Come on over. With no further ado, welcome a member of the Morrow family and a really good-looking man. Boom, boom. Ladies, keep it up here. Please keep it up here. They ain't going to keep it up here, Laramie. These are some nasty, some naughty girls in here. Look at that. Look at y'all.
I dealt with plenty in the Marine Corps.
I bet you did. Laramie, how you like this shirt on me?
On you? I think you fill it out well.
What do you mean on me? Listen,
it probably wouldn't fit me much less. But
sorry about the flies, Laramie. Let me get these flies out of here.
Oh, they're everywhere right now. I know what we can do.
So you all know Laramie. This is Brienne's husband, Laramie. Laramie just pushed these dogs away. They all want to be a part of the show. And Laramie will not have a drink with me because Laramie's not a drinking type of guy. Because, look, I think it's pretty obvious why Laramie chooses not to drink. Laramie focuses his time and money on something else. Laramie, how hard is it to maintain that? Be honest. Honestly, we're all honesty here.
On a day-to-day basis, I mean, you just got to make sure I eat my calories, making sure I eat my protein every day. It's not easy. Going to the gym is by far the easiest part of the whole process.
That makes sense. So my question to you is, and I told Laramie, I says, Laramie, I know you're not really big about making, social media stuff, but can you just join me and do an interview? So we're like in an interview style here. Everyone knows you for being quite the bodybuilder type. When did that start? Before the Marines, during your Marine Corps stint, or afterwards?
After, probably, I'd say 2.5 years ago.
Okay. So you were not as built when you were serving?
I was tiny.
Really?
I was tiny. I was 140 pounds in there.
I'm going to the questions over here. So Laramie, forgive me. I'm going to jump to the questions. Brienne, you might want to get permission here first. But a sweet lady says, is there any way that Laramie would show us his chest tattoos? Brienne, would you allow that? And Laramie, would you even do that?
Hey, I heard you over here talking about.
Laramie's overdressed.
I heard y'all over here talking about sexy men, okay? And I just needed to say that I agree that I've got the sexiest one right here.
Yes.
I am not opposed to him showing off whatever he wants as long as everyone here knows that he is my sexy man, okay?
Ooh-wee!
Not you, though. Keep it on. I got to watch this back later.
Keep it on.
Keep it on.
Now, I do just have like a lion over here.
Okay. Wow.
Long time. Then I have a cross from my grandpa that passed away on my birthday.
Okay.
I was like 6, but.
So are most of your tattoos symbolic of something in your life then? Or you have some?
That one right there is the only one. I mean, I do have some Marine Corps tattoos. All this is Marine Corps, but I just like them.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to go. I still have my whole legs to do.
Oh, boy. So you have a long way to go then.
And my whole back will be a portrait of Carter and Cash.
Oh, that's amazing. That's beautiful, Laramie.
Like 4 or 5, and then my whole back, I saved the whole thing for my kid. I didn't know I was going to have 2 kids, but I did say I saved my back my whole entire life for a portrait of my kids.
That's awesome. So far we know that you started getting serious about working out after the Marine Corps. The hardest part of your workouts is not the gym. It's the
eating part.
Is it the discipline of not eating bad things or trying to find ways to eat what you need to based on what your body's asking you for?
I really, probably get I get a lot of hate from this from my friends.
Oh, no.
I do not eat the best. I really do not. I don't eat the best. I don't have the cleanest diet. That's because I am very blessed to have a fast metabolism.
Oh man.
So the only thing I worry about is calories and protein, and I don't care about carbs or fats or any of that.
Well, I do believe that most people here are going to agree with me when I say something to you, that we all were there at one point in our life. How old are you right now?
28.
So when we were all in our 20s, most of us also had a very fast metabolism, and we could also eat a lot of things that we can't eat now. So I'm just going to say, your friends may hate you now, but at some point you got to be aware of, wait a minute, how am I gaining this weight? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Because it will catch up to you just because of the age.
That is why I work out so hard every day, though.
Yeah. But you enjoy the working out part, though. So that makes it easy. If you enjoy what you do, then you know.
I think that I heard one of my cousins one time, actually my best friend my whole life, he said something to me one time, and I got on, and he said, how do you find the time out of the day to go to the gym every day like a chore? And I told him, you're never going to stick to it when it's a chore.
If it's a chore.
I am so mad if I do not get to go to the gym.
Yeah.
I haven't got to work out in the last 4 days. One of them was a scheduled off day, so not the worst, but it kills me to not. I have such a program Monday through Saturday every week that I run. Me and my buddy Brienne, we run a lot of programs in the gym.
Yeah.
So you miss one day of that, it extends it.
And
we can manipulate it to what we needed it to do with work and all that. But
so I follow you on TikTok, and I've seen some of your workout videos. And so is the guy who's always with you, spotting you, is that your workout partner?
Okay. It's the same guy. If you ever look, it is the same guy in every single one of them.
I really have never noticed, because it's always you're the focus.
Yes,
but let me ask you this. If I'm remembering correct, he's not as built. Am I right? Isn't he just a big guy, but not as built?
So
big?
Actually, he started off pretty small too. He started off, he was like 160 pounds.
Yeah.
He's like 230 now.
And that's all muscle weight then. So
a lot of it's muscle. We do a thing called dirty bulking. That's a little bit with the eating bad and just making sure we get as many calories and proteins.
Dirty bulking. All right.
He does shed down, and he does look, not as muscular sometimes, but he does show. Like right now, he shed it down. He's probably 215, and he looks insane right now.
Now, are you guys about the same as far as the amount of weight you push, or do you have to change it out each time between each set based on who's lifting?
It's actually a little weird. So like back days, we do back every Monday and Thursday. He destroys me on back days.
Oh, so he is.
It's kind of close, but he's really strong on that. Chest days. I think that I bench probably top 3 in my entire gym for bench press.
Oh, wow.
So pound for pound, I'm number 1. It's not up for discussion.
Okay.
So, but I can get him on chest day. Legs, he kicks my butt.
I was going to ask you about that. Now, obviously, you don't show off your legs as much, but you're not the kind of guy who skips leg day just to do more upper body day. But how many guys in your gym, because you have a very serious gym, how many guys in your gym do that? They walk in and you can tell real fast. They're the kind of guys that don't focus on legs and butt. They only want to do upper body.
The majority.
The majority.
I would say probably 80%.
Why are guys like that? Why is that a guy? Because do you agree that most women go in and focus on from the waist down and not as much upper body?
I would say probably 95% of women do.
Why? That. What's the deal, women? And then what's the deal with that? I think
for women, I'm a guy, obviously, Brienne, I don't need her to have big arms and, I don't care, she has nice legs, then I'm fine with it. For guys,
and women know that. Women must know that.
I do say, I did not always hit legs. Like when I first started getting back to the gym, first 6 months, I would do like a chest, back, arms day.
Yeah.
I think when you get really serious about it though, and you're going to work out a full 6 days a week, you have to incorporate a leg day because if you want to work out 6 days a week, you have to give your body time to recover for your other muscles.
So you do that and you have a back day, a leg day. And so do any days overlap because you're able to do, or is that just kind of a no-no?
Never. We do back buys every Monday, Thursday, chest, tries, shoulders every Tuesday, Friday, and legs every Wednesday and Saturday.
And y'all do that after a full days of work, or you go in the morning before work?
I go from 4:30 to 6 every single day.
After work then. So you work a full day, and then you go to the gym.
Now, I will say this. I have way more respect for people that get up in the mornings and go because I wish that was me. I wish that I could I wouldn't be as consistent.
Yeah.
When I go in the afternoon, it's not – I have to get up at 5:30 so I can get to the gym and rush and then get home. No, I get off of work, call Brienne, let her know, hey, I'm off work, I'm going to the gym, and I go get my full workout in, and then I can go home.
So I have a teacher friend. He's actually on here now, Dwayne Lacey. Dwayne, nice to see you. He says, yeah, man, a woman with nice legs. Listen, I would agree. I'm not trying to go back to that topic, but Laramie said it himself. He says, you know what? I'm a man. Dwayne's a man. And honestly, we don't look at women to have a nice defined back. We don't look at our women to have nice traps and nice or whatever you call all of that. But we do like our women to have nicer lower halves. That's horrible, Laramie. We sound like
it's life. Sorry. It's life. That's just how it is. It's how we're made to be.
My God. Well, listen, I'm going to offer you one challenge before I let you go. I want to first of all say thank you for joining me. And you do not have to accept this challenge, but I think it would be awesome. And I know that the ladies here would love it. Are you up for a good challenge?
Whatever you need.
Whatever I need. All right. So just so you know, there are 5,872 mostly women watching this right now. And you're okay with doing this challenge with me?
Yep.
I'll be right back. Don't leave, Laramie. That's right here.
If it's anything to do with working out, Les, I will win.
I bet you will. Have you ever heard of the shake weight? Do you want Do you want the white or the black one?
I'll use this one.
You'll use the black one. So I'll take the black one.
I'll take the black one.
Okay. I'll have the white one. Okay. Do you know what a shake weight is?
I've seen them on commercials. I know what these things do.
You know what they do? All right. So do you think these things will actually work? Now you're not curling this thing. You know you're not curling this.
I think maybe for some forearms.
Okay, Laramie, it is time for you and I to have a shake weight challenge. Okay. What we're gonna do now, when I say shake, I don't mean like baby. I mean you're gonna work this. You're gonna work it. Okay, you're gonna work it. All right. Now when we start working them, Laramie, you have to be honest when it starts to burn. I'm just curious if your burn happens before my burn, or if I'm gonna burn out before you will. All right.
Okay.
All right. If you're ready to see a shake weight challenge between Laramie and Lester, you have to click the like button, guys. You got to do it. Set some hearts. Do all that good stuff. Okay. Laramie, you ready?
I'm ready.
Make sure people can.
One arm?
Are you going to go with your right hand?
I think I'm going to go. So I'm actually ambidextrous. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
I'll go right. So we both go right.
Well, why don't you go with your left so people can see better? Okay. All right. Are y'all ready for this, friends? All right. Look, Valerie knew it. She knew it. We were going to do a shake weight challenge. Now, Laramie had no idea. He'll probably never talk to me again after this. But I says, Laramie, listen, just come join me for a quick live. We'll make it fun, interview style. There's nothing wrong with it. Come on. So here we go. Laramie, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Now give it a nice shake. You got to feel it hit. Laramie, you got to feel it hit. So how's it feel right now? Nothing to it?
All day, Les.
Okay. Well, hey, I need 3 minutes, Laramie. I need 3 minutes, and I'm good. Laramie, what is your favorite food?
Chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that does sound good. Brienne says, "Shake it, boys." Brienne, you shouldn't be watching this. This is a moment that This is a moment that we're sharing. We're sharing this moment, Brienne. This is between me and Laramie. Laramie, can you read any comments? Because I can't read a darn thing. Is it burning yet?
A little bit, yeah.
Laramie,
my biceps a little burning.
I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of letting me down. You're not really giving it a full shake.
I am burning a little bit less. Okay. I'm not a cardio guy.
Oh, you're not a cardio guy.
So you're not gonna see me on the treadmill. I promise you that.
So you feel the burn then?
My biceps are burning.
All right, switch hands. Go faster, Laramie. Can you pop it over your shoulders? There we go.
I mean, that's like a more natural motion.
That's
for lifting weights.
Okay, that's good, Laramie. You're doing a wonderful job. That and the burn in the other arm was getting real though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
bicep.
Now listen, people joke about these shake weights, and I know it's kind of a comical thing. I do them on a daily basis.
You can feel it like right here.
You do feel it.
So
let me ask you, from a bodybuilder's perspective, can this thing actually work?
It could definitely tone you up.
So as a toning exercise, it could actually work to help tone you.
I think so.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to breathe hard. All right, double-handed, Laramie. I like to look away when I don't know why. I
don't mind it.
We can stop now, Laramie.
I work out. You know what? The one thing, Les, I will leave you with is that a lot of people in the gym.
I'm sorry. I got to get my composure, sir.
I will say a lot of people in the gym, and I have some buddies like this, and it's a lot of the younger kids.
Ricardo?
Probably not many people that you have on here, but everybody thinks in the gym that, like, I could say people like myself, now I've been there for a few years, you know, they think people like myself, people like my buddies, that work out a lot in there think that anybody in there cares, like what they're doing. They're so embarrassed, you know, that's why they don't want to go. Nobody cares. Like those guys
Hold
are
on.
the nicest.
Hold on. Then I dare you, take that shake weight with you to the gym and tell me no one cares. And you're lying to me.
Promise you.
I've seen too many videos of people in the gym recording other folks
Okay, I will say
with
this.
their unusual workouts.
At gyms like mine, I have never seen one derogatory comment towards a woman, a man in there. I mean, there's tripods set up, people recording. I mean, you see, I post videos on my Instagram and my TikTok of it. Nobody ever cares. I mean, those guys in there who helped me.
You got a ooh la la there, buddy. I know that's not for me, okay? Well, listen, if you ever need a workout partner and you don't mind me showing up with my shake weights, okay, then I'll be happy to join you.
4:30 to 6 days a week. I'm there every day.
And I can sit there and shake my waist while you guys lift the stuff every day.
If you want, I'm not going to be shaking those today. I'm going to be doing my workout. I got a strict plan I follow.
Hey, it's a pleasure having you tonight. Thank you for joining me on this live. Tell me real fast about what's going on in Plum Grove. Why are you guys here?
Well, we hurricane hit on Monday. I'll be honest. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I was prepped, ready to go to work on Monday, and I did not think it was going to be that bad. Kind of looked like an idiot when it was.
Did you go to work?
I did not.
Oh,
I did
good.
not. I was going to. They closed my office down on Monday. So, I mean, good for them because I would have been there, and it would have been rough getting home.
That would have been real hard getting home.
That's a fault on my own, but I do value my job a lot. So
yeah, we know that you do. You have a great job. And so you guys have no power, which means no AC. And so you guys brought the kids over tonight to hang out in the RV. So Uncle Lester's playing host to Cash and Carter. And while you and Brienne just have an off night, I bet. I can already,
We had one. Everybody knows we had one at the Golden Nugget this week. You know, we get too many of them. There's going to be a third one, and we don't want to do that.
Tell me about that. Your vacation to the Golden Nugget. I saw the pictures. You guys by the pool. Did y'all do some casinoing?
We did do some casinoing. I'm really big on that. Obviously, I love to go to Vegas. I go to Vegas every year with my boss for work.
Yeah.
I go out there for concrete. And I also I like to do that kind of stuff with Brienne. We did it a lot before we had kids. Obviously, we don't get to do it now.
Yeah.
So it's always really fun for me and her to just kind of get to be, young again without the kids.
So how did you and Brienne meet? I don't think I even know this story.
Let's see. What was it? I guess Brienne was end of her sophomore year.
Okay.
And I was going into my senior year, I think. And I actually seen her at a gym where I went to school.
Yeah.
My TikTok should just be L Nash 5 for anybody that wants to know.
L Nash 5.
Yep.
Just L Nash 5.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
But then I seen Brienne. I'll never forget. She had some yellow spandex on back in, it was 2012 or something.
Oh, my goodness.
I saw her and I was like, I don't know who that girl is, but I need to know.
Well, she had nice legs, you're saying.
She did. So I actually hit Brienne up for a couple years.
Uh-huh.
And well, everybody knows who her daddy is.
Yeah.
He was not.
Oh, no. You were scared of Uncle Dan?
Well, he just was very protective over her.
Yeah.
And I can see now that I have a daughter, I'll be the same way. I didn't understand it because I didn't grow up like that. I grew up very different than Brienne and everybody on Morrow Hill. I grew up kind of just, you're 17, you're almost grown. You do what you want.
Yeah.
And I was so confused. I would always ask Brienne, like, hey, you coming out with me? Like, I would always try to talk to her. And she's like, no, I can't do that. I have to be at home. I'm like,
oh.
Okay, I don't know. So then I went to the Marine Corps. As soon as Brienne graduated, I hit her back up immediately. I mean, as soon as she graduated, I'd
So you're like stalking her, like on Facebook or something, or Instagram, or
I had her on
you
Facebook, and we still talked on and off. Obviously, I had to go to basic training. I had to go to infantry training battalion, and then I went to the advanced infantry course. And then I went on my first deployment. And as soon as I got back from my first deployment, I came home, and I just hit her up like nonstop. I was like, let's just hang out, please.
So you were persistent then. Hey, please. You're actually saying please to her. Oh my God! And it finally worked, though.
Brienne has a lot of respect for herself.
Good.
She was very different than any girl I'd ever met in my entire life.
Oh, wow. Did y'all hear that?
That is why she got a
She's
ring
the
on her
one.
finger.
Oh, that's beautiful, Larry. That's actually a really neat story. I don't mean to ooh and all because that's not what guys do.
When I was a teenager, I'm not like I was now.
Hey, kids.
I'm not like I was now. I was very wild. I was a crazy teenager. I loved women back then, and I thought I could just do whatever. And Brienne was like, Not with me.
So she
And I
set the
had-
law. She put her foot down,
I had
and
a
now
lot of respect for her for that, and she gained. And to this day, I still look at her the same way. I have so much trust in her because
my
she just
goodness.
would never. I don't feel like she would ever do me wrong. And
that's
she showed me that since she was 17, and I was very mature for her.
That's a beautiful story. Well, you guys are wonderful, and it's a pleasure having you guys here. And I'll by all means take you up on your offer with the shake weights. If you ever want to challenge or want to impress your friends, just call me over and I'll bring the shake weights with me, okay?
Yes, sir.
But I'm almost certain there'll be videos made in your gym, and there will be some judgments passed on that night, okay? And you don't want to be a part of that, Laramie. I can deal with it. I'm used to it. I was going to ask you a series of questions, and I've forgotten every one of them, but I think it was a really nice interview. Anything you want to share? Anything you've added a lot that I didn't even ask you about Brienne and whatnot? Anything else you want to share with the social media family here? Anything about you, your family? Does your family live here in Texas then?
So my mom's side does. Wasn't really close to my dad growing up. Like I said, I grew up way different than what everybody around Morrow Hill sees. And I tell Brienne and them how lucky they are that not everybody's life is like this. Very fortunate is more. I mean, y'all have the best family. Everybody's got issues, but I've never seen any family like this in my entire life. Especially now, I have a great grandma. She's the best thing in my world ever. But, it was a little rough. So, but no, my family lives here. My dad and my brother live in Oklahoma. I'm actually very close. I have a little brother. Probably first time anybody ever knows that. He's actually born a month after Brienne.
Oh wow.
So he's also 26. He's an Army veteran.
Good.
Combat veteran from Afghanistan.
Well, thank you for your service, and thank you for sharing all that. I'm going to go real fast to the questions. My friends, it's time to ask Laramie anything that you have in questions. Now, Laramie, you're a whole lot better reader than I am. I don't have my glasses, but if you see any questions pop up, let me know, and I'll try to pull them up, and you can go ahead and answer them. So right now it's time to ask Laramie any questions that you want to ask. If you have a question, then ask it now. We've already showed some tattoos that you asked about.
I see somebody says
They're going
to see more of me. I can't promise that. I can't promise that. I don't mind being on here with Lester. I don't mind, popping in Brienne's videos, but that's not my sole focus.
So
every day
I've seen two questions pop up. One of them was, how long were you in the Marines? And then what is your day job? And I'm trying to grab questions.
I was in the Marine Corps for 4 years. I was a 0311. I was an infantry squad leader in there and a platoon sergeant when I first got out.
Okay.
And then my day job, I'm the barrier operations manager for Weber Construction, and also a project manager up in Mesquite, Texas. Same company, but I do three different jobs for Weber.
Okay.
Project manager, barrier operations manager, and third-party estimating for barrier.
Wow. And so where did you learn those skills? So that wasn't something you learned from the service. That you learned on the job?
On the job. Just as fast as I could. Daniel put a good word in for me. And all he did was get me on. Daniel worked in a completely different division than me when I first got there.
Were you Camp Pendleton or somewhere else?
I was at Camp Pendleton.
Okay.
I stayed at Camp Orno the whole time. And then me and Brienne lived up in Santa Onofre 1 on Camp Pendleton when she moved out there with me my last 2 years.
And were you deployed at all?
My first deployment, we went on a MEU. I kind of forget some of the countries. We went to 9 different ones.
Okay.
I was only 19, so I was 9
you
years
weren't
ago
focused on the geography of where you were at. You were just having fun.
So we took a ship around and we got off, and we just whatever they told us, we didn't care. I had no worries in the world. I didn't have kids. We didn't have cell phone service out there. We just on a ship, and wherever they took us off, we got off. We're like, cool.
You did your job.
And we did our job. And in my second deployment, we went to Japan. It was actually really cool. My second deployment, we won best squad. They did a big squad competition in Japan, and my squad won best squad squad in the whole entire Marine Corps.
There you go. Now, what kind of competitions would you do? Like, was it like physical PT stuff?
We did a physical PT endurance test. It was like 8.2 miles through the jungle of Japan. We did a military operations in urban terrain, like fake attack on some town that they had set up for us. And then we did a land navigation. We did a 3-gun comp after an endurance course. And then we did one more thing. I can't remember what it was that last day, but we won by 17 points.
Wow. So it wasn't a barely win. You guys dominated the competition.
My whole squad got Navy and Marine Corps achievement medals for it. If you just search my name in Google, it's actually the first thing that pops up on there.
Really? That's impressive.
And then we all got Navy and Marine Corps achievement medals from the Brigadier General over there. And then I got meritoriously promoted 2 months early from corporal to sergeant.
Well, that's impressive. And what's funny is you and I were talking earlier about video games, and some of your favorite games still evolve around combat type stuff. Is that something that you guys did during your free time in the military, was played video games?
Yes. So in there, when you're in the infantry, you train a lot, you're in the field a lot, but if you're not doing that, I promise you, every single time that we're not doing that, we're playing video games. There's nothing else to do, you know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing else to do than play video games, work out, and train in the Marine Corps.
Now, I know that the games that you play are strategy games, a lot of thinking games. Here's something, though.
Christine really wants to know how many grams of protein you have to eat in a day.
How many grams of protein? We're having serious discussion here.
That's a serious question.
How many grams of protein do you eat per day, Laramie?
So I think it's like 227 right now. I'd lowered my protein to 1.25 grams of my body weight just these last few weeks.
Yeah.
Felt like I was getting pretty bloated. I was doing 1.5 grams for a while. I'm sitting at about 182 pounds right now.
So were you an infantryman in the military? Okay. So here's what I was going to ask you earlier, and I stopped talking to you. I said, you know what? Wait, I'm going to ask this question on my live tonight. There's a field that is it's a growing field where it's drone flight. Now, there's a school in Washington, and it's the only school that actually offers a degree program to graduate and become a certified drone operator. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't mean military style drone, obviously. That's something very, very far more advanced than what I'm talking about. But I fly a drone and I play with it when making videos and stuff. But the drone industry is getting ever more popular with the advancements of drones, the camera systems, in the lines of security, in the forestry service. I mean, you name it. There's drone operators in all kinds of fields now. Do you ever think if you could go back, however 17 years old, if you could go back and redo it, the fact that you love gaming so much and you're very skilled at gaming, I know you have great gaming skills. Would you ever consider going back and going into that particular field, or does that not interest you? Do you want to actually be on boots on the ground? You want to be in the bush, as they say?
Yes.
So you would not want to be in a metal building flying a drone.
You probably know this. I have so much pride. Okay, I have so much pride, and I would have never, in my entire life, went to the Marine Corps and would never go back if I was not in the infantry.
Really? That's impressive.
I would not. I know that it would be very smart to probably do something else, but that is not what I was there for. I was there because I wanted to be an actual Marine. And I have buddies that were not grunts and love them to death, but they weren't out there staying in the field with us 24/7.
And so low key, do you think that they also have a little bit of a jealousy thing for other guys who take other specialties in the armed forces? Don't you think they all probably sometimes, maybe even low key, wish they had a little bit more action under their belt instead of we know it's a team and everyone plays a very vital role. I'm not trying to downplay any role. I'm not.
I think so. I think that, it is so hit or miss though. I think it's a love-hate relationship on both types. Obviously like we had some S1 admin guys in there. Sometimes, if they're talking to people, they probably want to tell them they kick indoors, but they also like sitting in that AC all day, and I don't blame them. I sit in the AC all day now and I love it.
Yeah.
So it's just a lifestyle decision you want to make then. Do you want to stay outside every 2 weeks? Do you want to go sleep in the field in the desert for 40 days? Do you want to go on deployment and stay out in the field for 6 to 8 months?
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I require a special pillow and AC, so there's no way I could ever do what you've done and what you.
A lot of respect for the guys that still do it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did it early. A lot of respect for guys that go in late, because at this point in my life, I do not think that I could do all that again. It's very grueling on you. It's very a mental thing. A lot of guys that go in there with kids and wives.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way.
No.
And I have a lot of respect for those guys that do that, because I did it as a kid. I didn't have a wife. I had a wife for the last 2 years, but it's a lot. When you have a family to think about in there, It's a lot harder on you. When I was a 19-year-old kid, I was just having fun out there in California, and then on deployment, I was just living the best life I could and having a blast and didn't think anything else after it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Laramie, listen, I've kept you long enough. I didn't mean to keep you so long, but did you know it was going to be so easy? Because for a guy that doesn't show up in many videos, you're making this look very easy. You do. You're not consumed with having almost 7,000 people watching you.
So thanks to Dan that he doesn't ever say anything, but Daniel knows that I can public speak. Daniel does know that. Daniel watched me speak at our project manager conference in front of the whole company.
But it's just not your thing.
I actually used to be a teacher in the Marine Corps my last 6 months for corporal's course.
Yeah.
I taught plenty of classes. I used to teach land navigation for 4 hours every single other day in there.
Okay.
So it's not that I'm afraid to talk. It's not that I'm afraid
It's
of
just
social
not
media.
your thing.
It's just not something
it's not
that
your passion.
it's just not something. It's just not something that I think that I want to do full time.
Yeah,
that's why I let Brienne do it, and she loves it, and she really does. And it's just not. Maybe someday, but for now, I do enjoy getting out of the house. I love my kids to death. I love my wife to death. I do not mind going to work.
Yeah.
I do not mind getting away from the little bitty things and going to work for a few hours and getting a quick break. And Brienne is
so he only joined my interview to give him a 30-minute break from the kids and the wifey, y'all. I just want you to know, I can hear them running, and I hear them running in that RV back and forth.
But I do public speak a lot at our company, and I public spoke a lot in the Marine Corps. So I'm not afraid to publicly speak. People do not make me nervous.
Yeah.
When I was in the Marine Corps, when I had to speak to 3 and 4 star generals, I would get nervous.
Yeah.
When I had to talk to the CEO of my company,
let me ask you real fast, and this could be not only related to your service, but anything in life. Is there a moment in life, in time, that you think back about, and you just really remember that moment? It just sticks with you, and it will forever stick with you. Any moments at all? And I don't mean, I'm not saying you have to talk about your kids. You don't have to talk. Let's try not to talk about that kind of stuff.
I think the only moment that really sticks with me is kind of the one I talked about with winning the squad competition.
Okay.
To this day, that was the biggest.
Because I can't imagine the testosterone on that field with a bunch of men around your age who were all been trained, especially trained in certain areas.
They took the best squad from each battalion and sent them there. That was the most accomplishing thing I did in there. I have a lot of value.
It sort of reminds me of like a Top Gun, but not for you guys, for the grunts who go out there and kick the doors down, and that's what you guys do.
I think my biggest thing though was my whole squad got Navy and Marine Corps achievement medals. So then I got out. They all got promoted. They all became squad leaders. One of them became a platoon sergeant, and then 2 of them are still in. One's a gunnery sergeant by now, and one's a staff sergeant. Well, and that is, the Marine Corps did a lot for me. I have a lot of different opinions on a lot of different things the Marine Corps does.
Yeah.
But they did a lot for me, and I would not have the life I have without them. And, for that, all I could give back is just to produce the best 13 Marines they would give me. And that's all I tried to do for those guys.
That's beautiful, Laramie. That is a really beautiful thing. Well, listen, thank you so very much. I appreciate you talking to us all. And if there's any more questions that pop up, I think that Brienne's in there watching, so she might be able to answer from there. And tell her if she wants to come out and join, she can, and you can watch the babies for a little while.
Thanks, Les.
Hey, thank you, brother. Laramie, we appreciate you for doing that. Wasn't that fun? You want the shake weight? He's going to do push-ups instead. I don't know why he does not want to do the shake weight. I hope y'all took screenshots of the shake weighting. Laramie would love to have that for Christmas on a blown up picture of Laramie with the shake weight. Could you do the one where he's looking at it? That was hilarious. Thanks, buddy. Laramie is fairly quiet when it comes to social media. Everyone knows that Jake, myself, we're loud, y'all. We're just loud. We like to be seen, like to be heard, need to be heard, maybe is a better word. Not everyone's like that. And so many of the characters around the hill are not all like a Jake or Brienne or Lester type. There are some quieter personalities that make up a really unique part of the family. And Laramie does that. He's an amazing father and a wonderful husband. And like he said, Brienne has brought out the best in him, and he doesn't mind admitting that. And he said it right here in front of you all, what a difference she has made in his life. So that's a beautiful story. I love seeing that. And I'm glad that you had a chance to talk and meet Laramie. I don't know if he felt obligated to do the interview with me, but when they showed up earlier and I asked him, I said, listen to me. I said, I'm going to ask you a favor. You can say no. I said, but I really, really would like to talk to you on a live video. And he was like, man, I just don't do social media. I said, listen, and I had to promise. I said, listen, I will not make it weird. I will not make it weird, Laramie. I will not make it weird, is what I told him. I will not make it weird. I says, just if you'll sit down, we'll do like an interview style where I just ask you some questions, you give me some answers, and we'll stop it there. And he was an amazing guest. So thank you all for thank you for your services and all that stuff that you sent for him. I know he appreciates that. And you're very, very, very kind. So everyone who's jumped in a little bit late and you're wondering where's Jami, Jami's not with us tonight. She is traveling, but I do think that she might be watching on her flight, even though I've not seen her pop in here yet. She may or may not be able to, but I know that her flight left at 6 something my time. I came on here at 7, so she should be in flight at this point. And but we're trying to still hold the fort down, even in her absence. So as I promised you earlier today, I do have a couple of gifts and goodies I'm going to go ahead and open. And if you guys don't mind, I'll do that right now. The first one over here comes to Lester Morrow at I'm a Survivor. It is in an all white box. And if Brienne wants to join me, she can. She's right inside the RV over here. I would love it if she would come out and join me. That would be a lot of fun. Lynn says she's the quiet one in her family. And there's nothing wrong with quiet ones in families. So I don't know what this is, but I do know I'll need a box cutter to get into it. Are you coming to join me?
Yeah, you don't even got to talk to me, but I'm going to get my break.
Come on over. Here you go.
Oh, I get a shake. Wait.
Let's see if you can do better than Laramie did.
Y'all better watch what y'all's comments say. You hear me?
Y'all better watch your
You better
comments.
watch your comments.
Keep them friendly, y'all. Keep your comments friendly. Is there any chance you could do double palm them? Could you do them both? What's wrong? Why are you making that face?
I just want
Why are you making that face? What's wrong with you?
nothing.
What's wrong with you? Why are
I'm
you
not as good at ignoring the dirtiness as y'all are.
you kidding?
It just I kept giggling.
Listen, you have to control that stuff, Bree. No. You're not shaking. You gotta shake them this way. Could you look at them when you do it?
No.
Could you look back and forth?
I will not.
Look at each one of them. Why will you not look at them?
There you go.
Why will you not look at them? Where are you going?
How are you guys today? Everyone doing okay? My husband was out here saying such sweet stuff about me. Okay, so
Oh, you were watching?
I can't come and talk bad about him, but he walked right in the door and spilled the suitcase everywhere, so I had to come take 5 minutes.
Well, welcome. Tell me real fast about your experience with Laramie. We heard all about his version of the love story. He chased you and chased you and chased you and chased you.
I still make him chase me right now.
You still make him chase you.
Mhm.
Okay. And what made you finally give in? I'm just curious. Was it his persistence?
No, but I don't want you to make me talk bad about my dad neither.
Someone says, just watch your face, Bree. Watch your face and close your eyes. I don't know what they mean by that. Watch your face and close your eyes. Ladies, can we keep it clean, y'all? These are shake weights.
Just shake weights.
They're just
y'all
shake
got
weights.
Such dirty minds.
Why do y'all have to always go there? That's what I don't understand about the internet. Why do you always have to go there?
The innocence of the world is just gone.
I know. There's no longer any innocence, Bree. All right, so tell me about this persistence. Laramie chased you and chased you. Was his story accurate? If you were watching, was that pretty accurate what he said?
Actually, yes.
Okay, very accurate.
I was a little bit surprised that he was I don't know. I guess I want to say talking about it so openly. It wasn't a surprise, but it was nice to watch, and he was being sweet.
Uncle Lester can bring out the best in anybody, okay? I found a way to get Laramie to open up. Maybe I should be a counselor. Maybe I should just be a counselor. Should I?
I think you should get some counseling before you become a counselor.
Brienne?
Go ahead. Get your workout in over there.
I don't mind
Go
looking at
ahead.
him. What's so
You've
hard
been practicing, haven't you?
No, go ahead. So tell me. So Laramie says that he tried and tried and tried and tried and kept on, and you were just kind of like very nonchalant, like, you know, just like nonchalant.
Yeah,
What made
because
you
listen,
finally?
it's going to sound so crazy, okay? But
Oh,
even
no.
at 17 and 18 years old, you know, or 16 and 17 and 18, living under my mom and dad's roof, you know, they had really strict rules. I wasn't allowed to date like Laramie was already dating because he's 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
So I guess eventually whenever I had a curfew of like 10 o'clock, and I guess eventually when I turned 18 it wasn't until after we actually got engaged that I had the guts to tell my dad, like, look, I'm going to stay later tonight. I'm going to be home still, but I'm going to stay a little bit later. You know, like I'm about to be married to him. I think I could stay over a little bit later. I got 2 speeding tickets trying to make it home before curfew after that, 2 nights in a row.
I was going to say, don't forget, though, that your dad grew up. Well, I'm not saying it grew up, but, you know, we had all of these nephews, and you were the only niece. So it was a whole lot of boys, and we all know the kind of trouble that Jake and Dusty and all of them got into. And do you really blame your dad now that you have kids of your own? Do you really blame your dad for trying to hold on to you?
Absolutely not. Carter's only 3, and me and Laramie were having a conversation kind of like this the other day, and you know, about how strict my parents used to be, not complaining or anything, you know, that's done and over with. But I said, I will absolutely be that strict with Carter. She's not going to go a single place that I don't know about. I might let her do a little bit more, but she's never going to go anywhere that I don't know exactly where she's at.
Yeah.
I'm going to be strict.
I've seen some parents, and I don't know how you feel because Carter is only 3, so you have a long time to wait. But I've seen some parents that they want their kids to trust them so much and have like more of a sister relationship with their daughters, especially, where they really do share everything. So there's no secrets. But
no, I don't think I would. I
no,
don't think I want to know it at all.
I don't know if I would ever.
I want to know the details. I don't ever want to know details of anything.
You don't want to know details.
No.
So I see. Hold on a minute. So So I would think that I would want to know some details.
I want to know the information I need that is required to keep her safe. I want to know.
So you would not want to know if she's actually thinking about sleeping with a boy, like having sex.
Yes, I would like to know that.
But
so I could.
If she told you that she really likes so and so much, now how would he react to that though? The same way your mom and dad would have reacted.
Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be happy about it. I'm definitely not going to be happy about it. But I thought you were asking in the way of like, you know, going home and sharing with mom how it was.
Well, no, I meant sharing everything. I think no. I don't mean like
there are people that do that.
I don't have no idea.
Surprised about what moms and kids share with each other, and that's just no.
So it's like I tell now. Ellie's a boy, not a girl, so I know it's different. Even though you may not want to admit that, it is different, y'all. It is different, and I never worried near as much about Ellie with him dating as I would have if I had daughters. I don't, and I don't think many parents worry as much about their sons as they do their daughters. And I think it's not because we just want to protect them. We want to keep them safe for as long as possible. And everyone knows that there are lots of boys that will hurt girls in different ways.
Yeah, but you have to also think about how different is the world now than when you were growing up and what your parents had to explain to you. So how do you go about because I don't know, not to get really too far into that. I don't know how much we can talk about, but it apparently in the rest of the world's opinion, it's not only just men and women anymore that you have to teach kids about who could hurt you and who looks like this, but it might still hurt you and who you might find in your bathroom. And there's just this long list of things that I've never had to be taught about these things. And I don't know how I would ever teach Carter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I think that maybe the smartest thing to do, I've never even thought about that. I've never even thought about what you're saying, but I completely get it. And I think I know where you're going with all of this. But I would just think that
I don't know what is safe anymore, what I need to explain to her to be safe.
Well, here's the thing. Anything inappropriate from guy or girl who looks like guy or guy who looks like girl, or it doesn't matter, is inappropriate. And it needs to be reported and told to someone that you trust immediately. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, we have kind of a general rule right now that nobody helps her with anything except for mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mom, dad, and doctor.
Well, then you should have a talk with her right now, because the first thing that she did when I went in this RV, I says, come on, I'll show you guys around. So Laramie, Brienne, Carter, and Cash all follow me up into the RV. I'm like, here's the master bedroom. Here's the dining room table. Here's the kitchen. Here's a little bathroom.
We're working on that.
And then I walk into the kids' room, and Cash and Brienne and Laramie are all there. All of a sudden, Carter took a detour into the bathroom. Okay, I didn't think anything about it. She runs out with her pants. She goes, "Help me!"
Her clothes fell off. She was wearing a one piece.
And I'm
Can't
like,
help it.
"You
It's a
tell
tough trick for a girl
tell
to
your
learn."
mom to help you, not your Uncle Wetter." So yeah, you might want to have a talk with her about
That's true.
no one sees you.
I've had to explain to her that she's supposed to hide when she squats to pee outside
Yes,
too.
make her
She's got to hide.
Oh Lord, you let her squat outside.
Well, we're not always right by the bathroom.
You know they sell a little thing for young ladies to use when they have to squat outside,
Yeah,
right?
She's not very good at it. She gets pee all over her clothes anyways. She's really not very good at it.
Oh, poor Carter. So do you see already even at the age of 3 and 2, how Laramie treats the kids differently as far as his nurturing of the kids? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that.
Well, I mean, both of our kids are pretty tough and, get up and dust it off. But with Laramie, Carter can let out a cry and it's, "Oh, my poor little baby, are you hurt?" But with Cash, it's just, "Get up, buddy, suck it up. You can't, come on, don't be crying, get up, suck it up."
Good for him.
But he does.
I guess.
Cash is a tough little guy. He's, he'll knock his head and get up and go play again anyways. But
I was mowing the yard and I made Lex come outside. I made him get off the game, walk outside and pick up all of the big limbs, pick them all up, put them either over the fence or in the back of the side-by-side. Brie, you would not have
he was
believed.
dying, huh?
Well, here's the thing. He and Ellie both can pick up a ball, a basketball, a football in the heat of the day, run around tossing that ball, this and that. But I asked to do a chore and all of a sudden it's like the most horrible thing ever. But so I'm kind of the same way. With Ellie, you remember this because you grew up with Ellie. I would not always, I said, "You know what? That's fine. I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself. I'll just do it myself." And here I find myself at the age that I am now, and Ellie at his age, and I'm like, I'll come over, son. I'll be there in a few minutes. I'll come over and do it. And I live so far away. The bridge is out, so I have to even drive double to get over there. But I'm still jumping and going because that's my son. I've always done that. I do want Lex to be more independent and do things, even though he doesn't want to do them, he has to do them. And so I kind of understand why Laramie's that way. If I had a little girl, though, she would be a princess and she would not be out there sweating unless she wanted to be.
Why didn't my dad feel like that about me?
Why
do I know how to do so much I shouldn't have to do?
I guess your dad raised you right. According to Laramie, you were raised very right because you were a good girl and you've been a good girl the whole way through.
My parents were so strict and so worried about me, and I was a good girl all on my own. Isn't it something?
All on your own.
All on my own. I was.
Well, I'm not saying that you weren't. But anyway, so Laramie finally broke you down by his persistence. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Correct.
And so when you finally went on that first date, tell me about the most embarrassing moment. Were there any moments where you kind of like doubted what you were doing with Laramie? Like, I don't know what I'm doing here. It's okay now because now y'all are 2 kids in, so many years in.
You want me to tell you another part of that story that's actually...
Answer my question if you don't mind.
I am going to answer your question. I didn't ever feel like that. I didn't ever have any regrets in a conversation or get to like these awkward parts. That just wasn't how me and Laramie were. We talked on and off. We would text for a little while, chit chat, and then we'd stop talking for a few weeks. But every time we would start talking again, it's like everything picked back up right where we left off. It was not... So
whenever there was a lull in y'all's conversations... What created the lull? Either him being busy, you with another guy, him with another girl. What made those moments of those intermissions between y'all's relationship? I'm serious. Why are you hiding your face? Don't hide. Guys?
Well, I had another boyfriend for a little bit between one of those.
You were a good girl, Brie.
I was.
He ain't here watching this,
It wasn't simultaneous. It wasn't at the same time.
So
it was
Laramie,
between.
so he was never your side piece. Then.
No, he was no.
Okay.
And it was actually the second that me and that person broke up that Laramie was texting me that next day, and he was like, "Hey, how are you?"
Now, did Laramie know this guy to know that y'all had broken up? Was that
no? But he kept up with me enough to know.
So, Someone's asking about the color of your spandex. He remembered the color of your spandex. They were yellow. That's what he told us. You remember
Is that what he said?
Yeah, you remember those banana spandex?
I do remember what spandex he's talking about, but I didn't know that was what did it for him.
That's what did it for him. And then
Have to get me another pair.
for y'all's anniversary coming up. So it was another guy then. So did you, whenever you broke up with your guy?
He had other, it wasn't just me, okay? He had other girlfriends in those times that we weren't talking either. Okay?
Oh no, he told us he was quite the young man, and he sowed plenty of royal oats during his days. But listen, here's my question though. Do you think that whenever you and the other guy would break up, you might have posted on Facebook or YouTube or whatever y'all were using back in those days? Well, I'm going to do a girls' night out coming up, or whatever. Did you like find a way to let people know?
Try to get his attention?
Maybe not his, but just let the world know that, hey, I'm a free woman again. And Laramie was like, ooh.
I wouldn't have been doing that as fast as what Laramie reached out to me.
Okay.
I'm talking like second there was evidence of a breakup, Laramie was swooping in there with a text message saying, hey, checking in on me. That he took his chance when he got it, okay?
So he took his shot, huh? He took his shot is what all the kids say. He took his shot. Well, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful story. I don't think many of us have those kind of romance stories, Bree.
I'm going to have to go inside and make sure he's not mad at me for talking about my ex-boyfriend.
Do you think he's watching?
I don't know. He's got those kids in there.
Will he watch later and read all the comments?
Probably. He's probably watching right now. I love you. If you're on here.
She does love you, Laramie. Please don't leave her. And don't leave all them kids. Not with me.
He ain't leaving them kids nowhere. If he leaves me, he's taking custody half the time. He's not.
I told Brienne a joke. I'll tell you. Was that a funny joke? Can I tell my joke?
Mm-hmm.
I told Brienne a joke that I heard on TikTok. It was a comedian. I forgot his name. And he said, I remember like it was just yesterday. I was 10 years old when my parents called me in. They set me on the foot of their bed. They both stood there by the door and they let me know that they've tried as hard as they could, but enough is enough. And it's official. They're going to divorce. The guy says, at that point, my parents says, we trust you, that you know us well enough to know who you want to live with. And we'll allow you to live with whichever parent you want. And so the comedian, the guy, he goes, I thought about it for a minute, but I says, okay, then I'll live with Dad. And at that point, my dad says, you know what? I've changed my mind. We're not divorcing after all. That'll be you and Laramie.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Laramie thinks he's going to get away with no kids. And you go, oh, hold on a minute. If we're going to divorce, we're going to make sure these kids.
It's going to be fair, okay, baby? It's going to be fair.
That's funny. Well, Bree, you're awesome. We love you so very much. And so how long do you suspect it's going to be before y'all get y'all's lights back on?
I would say at the earliest tomorrow night, I think.
Okay.
But they're saying it could be upwards of a week.
Yeah, well, if it is tomorrow night, then that's actually better than what it was during Harvey.
Yeah.
Which was, I guess, our last hurricane that came through here, which was probably about 2 weeks with no lights. So that'll be good. But, of course, this was not near as big as Harvey. It wasn't as powerful. And then last night, where'd you guys stay last night?
Oh, we went to my mom and dad's little lake cabin.
Okay. And I heard you slept on the floor.
Yeah.
How hard was that?
Oh, I could sleep anywhere.
Oh, you don't have to have
No,
a certain
I don't
pillow
mind.
and a certain. Oh, well,
I was just fine on the floor.
consider yourself blessed then, because
Carter got up at like 4:00 in the morning and went and squeezed in that queen bed with my mom and dad.
of course they let Carter and Cash in there.
Yeah, and I said, "How'd y'all sleep?" My dad said, "I slept great. It was awesome." My mom said, "Carter slept on my chest all night."
Oh no.
So-
Well, that's what a grandma does. All right, what else can you share with the live? You got a pretty good audience. Anything you want to share that the world doesn't know yet about you, about Laramie, about the kids, about Plum Grove, about Jake, anything?
I'm going to go steal a bunch of cuttings off of all of Jamie's plants while she's not here tonight so I can take them home and grow my own. But that's the only secret I have.
Do you got to put them in water, or do you just cut them and take them in the truck?
I'll just put them in a little glass,
Oh.
throw them in some water.
So what kind of things will still grow because most of her garden.
all those hanging
Oh,
plants
her
right
flower.
there.
Oh, her.
All those
oh,
hanging
the flower
plants will grow
garden.
so good. And
I
I've
thought
got
you
the
meant-
whole greenhouse over there I got to check out too.
I thought you meant the vegetable garden, and that's about burned up already.
No,
So.
I want some of those hanging plants.
All right. Well, y'all will not say anything to Jami if Brienne's flower garden looks just like ours in a couple of months.
Mhm. 'Cause I'm
Anybody,
gonna go
they want to know about your tattoos. Talk about your tattoos right quick. And what are the significance of all of them, if there's any significance?
I have, oh yeah, that's on this side. These are sunflowers. They don't have any significance. They're just sunflowers. Black and white because I don't like colored tattoos on myself.
Jami's on here. Uh-oh, Jami is watching. Come back. Let's hear. Come on, your tattoos. Go ahead.
And then I have this one so Larry and me do tattoos every year for Christmas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we, instead of doing, gifts for each other, we just make an appointment and go get tattoos for Christmas.
I'll be right back.
Okay,
Talk for a
I'll
minute.
finish talking to y'all. Don't worry. I don't need him over here. I can run his live easy, okay? And then I have this tattoo here. It is a lioness. I guess I call it a lion, but it's a girl lion. And she has blue eyes, and she's got some sunflowers around her. I've got Laramie tattooed right here. And then I have Carter. Oh, no. That says Cashton. And Carter's name down here. This originally started with just Carter down here, and it was me holding a baby girl. But then when Cash was born, I had this silhouette made as a little girl. Since she's older and holding the fishing pole. And then the baby, I guess, would be Cash. And then I had his name added to the top. And then I got a big one going all the way down my spine.
How would you feel if you ever met somebody, a friend, someone that you respect and love and care about, and then you found out that they have this right here, not branded, but tattooed onto their right butt cheek?
I think that'd be cool.
That would be cool. To
Mhm.
have this brand on the right buttocks, the right butt cheek.
Yeah.
And you don't think that would be like someone showing that they have ownership, that you belong to somebody?
Oh, hold on. We're not talking about you having it on yourself.
No!
Oh,
I'm not going to put a tattoo on my butt cheek.
I thought we were talking about for you. I thought that would be a cool idea for you.
Would that even
I think
fit on my...
I think a cool tattoo idea fully depends on who you are. Okay,
My-
who the tattoo is
Brienne,
going on.
my butt cheek, that would hang, that would like go all up into my crack. That would go around the back of my tiny butt cheek. That
You gotta tone your butt first. You said you were gonna start going to the gym. Maybe
To
that's
do-
what it was for, to tone
I
your
will
butt
do
to get a big
shake weights.
tattoo.
I will go do shake weights at Laramie's gym. Psh. No, I mean for Jami. I want this on Jami's butt cheek. Just psh. But not brand. I'm not going to heat it up or put it into freezing cold, and I'm not going to ice brand her. I would like it to be tattooed.
Don't do it, Jami.
You really said that was a great idea
For
at first.
you, it was a great idea for you.
For me, it'd go right there.
Well, that'd be
Sizzle.
cool too.
You know that Courtney actually had her lady brand her.
Yeah, on the back of her leg.
Before Courtney, that's the horse trainer. Before Courtney would let them brand her horses, she wanted to show all of her audience that I'll do it first to show y'all that it's not that horrible. And so, Courtney allowed her brander to stick the brand to her. You all know, if you watch Yellowstone,
Mhm.
So in Yellowstone, to be a part of that, to be a real member of that Yellowstone family, they have to literally brand the tattoo onto your chest. Guys and girls, they do it to guys and girls. That would be what I would like right there, Bree. Not a brand though. I need a tattoo.
I'll
I'll
do it
take
for
that.
you. If you let me do it with a brand, I'll do it for you.
No, that would hurt
I
like
hear,
hell.
I hear burning flesh don't smell really
Ooh.
good though.
Can you imagine? No, I said Jami, but no, I love the fact that y'all do Christmas tattoos, because if Jami would tattoo that right on her right butt cheek, then I would by all means get something of hers branded onto me. And I have no qualms with that. You know how dumb she is, though? You know what she wants me to brand on her?
You can't say that.
Well, she thinks that idea is dumb. She wants me to brand like a ring, like a wedding ring, around my ring finger.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You don't have one.
I have a wedding ring.
Yeah, well, anywho's, so that's where we've talked. That's where our discussions start, and that's where they normally stop, right there. So, Lester, you better hush it up. Someone said.
You're going to get yourself in trouble.
Which part?
It's not about me being in trouble anymore. You're getting your own self in trouble now.
I normally do
You
that.
better end this before you talk yourself into a hole you
I
can't
am.
get out of.
I'm going to end it. Thank you for joining me, Bree. Thank you all
Thanks
for being
having
here.
me. Thanks
All
for
right.
giving me my break. I'm going to go back in. We got chores to do here. Did you know?
I did not know that. So I can't leave you quite yet. I do have a couple of more gifts if you'll let me open those real fast. But I do appreciate both Brienne and Laramie. Let me put the name of her channel on here. There, Life on Morrow Hill. If you ever have an interest in knowing more about Brienne and her children, Cash and Carter, or her wonderful and that sexy man of hers, Laramie, then by all means, her channel is called Life on Morrow Hill, and she's on both Facebook and YouTube. And I think she probably also does TikTok, but I'm not sure. I don't follow her on TikTok, but I think that she does have one. I don't know what she calls her TikTok channel. Anywho's, so we appreciate them. Listen, I do have a couple more gifts if you'll let me open them real fast. I've been eyeballing this over here because it says Uber print. Uber print. Now, guys, I have never, ever, people are saying hi to Jami. Let me see what Jami is up to and see what she's saying. I know Jami's icon, her little logo thing. That's what I think that she'll be on, unless she's on her personal page. I don't see it. So, Jami, if you're here, hey, sweetie, I hope that your travels are going well. And I know what a fiasco it was trying to get to the airport and get onto that flight. And I'm so sorry you had to go through all of that. Well, I don't even see where I put my box cutter. Here we go. All right, real fast here. From Uber Prints. What is Uber Prints? So inside this package, that does come to Lester Morrow, Longhorn Lester. It does have what appears to be something of fabric. Oh, it appears to be fabric-y. If that's a word, fabric-y. So everyone's saying that Jami is here. Jami, I've not seen a comment yet, but you already know that I comment plenty and you never see mine either. So I'm not doing it on purpose, I promise. It's 8 o'clock my time. Hey, come here. Oh, boy. Look. Hi to hello. Hi to hello, Longhorn Lester. Look at this shirt. Hi to hello. You know where that comes from?
I don't know.
Your dad is a word inventor. I invented a word. I invented a greeting. I don't say hi. I don't say hey. I don't say any of that. I say hi to hello. Hi to hello. Let me hear you say it.
Hi to hello. Why though? Why?
I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why, but I'm embarrassed to tell you. I got tongue-tied. You know what tongue-tied is?
Yeah.
I got myself tongue-tied, and I was excited. I was also nervous, and I started a live video, and I was going to say hi, folks, or hey, folks, or hello, folks. I don't know what I was going to say, but what came out of my mouth was hi to hello, and then I'm like, what did I just say? Hi to hello? And so ever since then, hi to hello has stuck, and now I have it in a shirt. Hi to hello. Is that cool or what?
Yeah, that's an odd backstory.
It is an odd backstory, but it's pretty cool. Have you ever said something on accident, like something that came out of your mouth that you didn't mean to say?
Well, like, just like extra stuff.
Like what? You remember anything?
No, not in particular.
So you have done it before, you just can't remember.
But yeah, because like I don't really think about it that much. You
Hi
made
to
it like
hello.
you made it like a whole thing, obviously, because now you have a shirt about it now.
Well, the thing
I
is,
don't-
whenever I make a mistake, I could laugh it off or I could be embarrassed about it, But instead, I just go with it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go with it. So I just go with it. Hi to hello. I'm just going to go with it. And now, everyone do me a favor. Could you all send me a greeting? Hi to hello. Watch the comments. Let's count. 10-second countdown. Start counting. Count.
1,
Count down. 10,
9, 8, 7.
Come on, y'all.
6, 5,
Hi to hello.
4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah,
What are you reading? Read them.
Hi to hello, hi to hello, hi to hello. This is a bunch of hi.
That's what.
Gosh, that's like everyone's saying that.
Hi to hello, everybody. Hi to hello, folks. Hi to hello. So yeah, thank you so much for the shirt. The problem is, son, I don't know who it came from. There's nowhere in here is there a packing slip who tells me who the sender is. It comes from Uber Prints, which is a real place. It's like I guess a website. Uber Eats. We do Uber Eats all the time at the hotel. Do you see a sender's name anywhere on here? Maybe someone named Molly, who's in Tennessee.
Oh, that's probably who.
So Molly, it says it was billed to Molly in Tennessee. So Molly, if this is from you, thank you. And hi to hello, Molly. Thank you so very much. We're blessed. Friends, we're going to go ahead and cut it right there. I'm well over my hour. I want to say thank you for watching for the interview with Laramie and for Brienne for joining us. Lex and I are playing host tonight to her family, Laramie's family, his family. We've already shown them where all of Lex's treats are at, all of his ice creams and all of the fun stuff for the kiddos, and the pantry full of all the chips and all the junk food that we keep him stocked up with. And then I want to tell you, thank you for picking up all them limbs earlier. How hard of a job was that?
It wasn't that hard, but it was kind of harder than it should have been because before I was already tired because I was outside for a while. But
So
it just took a long time to do.
So whenever Lex does a job for me, this is what he always says. He doesn't gauge the job in how hard it is based on the amount of strength it requires. He judges every job he does based on how much time it's going to take away from what he wants to do. Is that true?
Yep.
Listen, I can ask him to move 40-pound bags of potting soil. He does not gauge the job based on 40 pounds, carry them where? He doesn't do it that way. What he does to gauge it of how hard it's going to be is how long will it take me to move those 4 or 8 or those 10 bags of potting soil. So that's pretty intelligent. And I told him so he likes to work for money. He doesn't mind doing any job for money. And I love that. And I said, son, so what you have to do is if you're going to look at a job and tell someone how much you're going to charge them to do that, gauge the job ahead of time. Don't wait and do the job first and then say, that took me 23 minutes. It's going to require $10. No, don't do it that way. Instead, look at the job ahead of time and say, yeah, I'll be happy to do that job and then give a price. And then we can negotiate and work from there. For example, he did a job for me not too long ago, a pretty tough job. And once the job was over, I says, what do you think that job was worth? It was a pretty good job. It was hot. And he says, how about $50? And I says, you said 40? You said 40 or I said 40?
I said 40.
You said 40. How much did I agree to? 20?
No, that was the next one.
Well, how much? That's what I'm talking about. Which one did you say? And which did I offer? I gave you 10. You wanted more than that. I forgot the job, but it doesn't matter at this point. Lex is working for a living, y'all. Lex is working to support his horrible habits. And what do you spend all your money on?
My Xbox stuff.
Xbox stuff. So it is what it is. He's at the age now where he used to get an allowance for just being my son. Now he has to work to earn his money. And he's working to earn his money. He works for Ellie. He works for me. He works for Jami. He even tried to work for his grandmother, your Meemaw.
Oh, yeah.
He tried to mow her yard. And I'm like, no. I told his mom, no, do not let him mow her yard because he's never used a push mower, but he wants to learn how to push mow. And I'm like, oh, my God, he wants to learn how to push mow to make money. So I guess I'll have to teach him how to push mow at some point this summer. Anywho, guys, I've kept you very, very long. Thank you so much for watching. We're blessed to have you. keep Jami in your thoughts and prayers. She is traveling for the next several days, and Lex and I will be holding down the fort here. I'm not going to let him go back to Plum Grove until the lights are back on. I know that Connor's back now. He's going to want to be back with all of his, LE for this football camp and all of those wonderful things. But I'm going to keep him here with me where he has air conditioning and he has his Xbox and he has his dad. He has his dad. Real fast, before I let you go, what did you and I have for dinner tonight?
For dinner?
For dinner.
This
is funny.
Tonight?
3 things. I made you 3 things. Okay, for lunch, for breakfast, whatever. He didn't wake up till 4 o'clock.
Okay. So first it was pancakes.
Pancakes,
Then,
followed by
shrimp,
and
it was chicken, right?
grilled chicken.
Yeah, chicken.
So I did. I made him pancakes, and while he eating the pancakes, I grilled some shrimp, and then once he was done with those, he had some grilled chicken breast, and it was delicious. Did you get enough?
Yeah, it was enough.
The only problem with Lex is, though, he can stuff himself and be hungry an hour later. He's at that age.
Yeah.
So, all right, friends, I'll let you go. Thank y'all for watching. We love you so very much. And I promise, we will catch you guys on the next video. All right? Lex, can you say goodbye?
Goodbye.